Assalamualaikum and good morning. For today, we would like to discuss about the impact of green economy in Malaysia. My group consists Nurin Batrisha F1003, 1 Mazlinda F1045 and 1 Nur Aryani F10X0. A green economy is an economic system that aims to promote sustainable development by minimizing environmental impact and promoting the efficient use of resources. In the context of Malaysia, the transition towards a green economy has been gaining attention due to the country's commitment to sustainable development and addressing environmental challenges. The impact of the green economy in Malaysia can be observed across various sectors, and it involves both economic and environmental considerations.
Impact of green economy. Firstly is biodiversity and ecosystem service. Biodiversity. Biodiversity is essential for the process that support all life on Earth, including humans. Without a wide range of animals, plants, and microorganisms, we cannot have the healthy ecosystem that we rely on to provide us with the air we breathe and the food we eat. People also value nature of itself. Up to about 100 years ago, most of Malaysia was covered by natural forests. The most rapid changes to the natural ecosystem had been in the last 50 years or so, when Malaysia embarked on a policy of rapid economic development. Parts of lowland forests that were suitable for agriculture were converted to commercial rubber and oil palm plantation as well as commercial for other crops. As a result of the loss of their natural habitats, overcollections and hunting as well as pollutions, some species of plants and animals in the Malaysia are considered endangered. However, Malaysia had been aware of the problem of the loss of natural habitats and environmental degradations resulting from economic development and has addressed this problem as early as 1975 and in the Third Malaysian Plans. Next, the meanings of ecosystem service. Ecosystem service are the multitude of benefits that nature provides to society. It is made human life possible by, for example, providing nutritious food and clean water, regulating disease and climates, supporting the pollinations of crop and soil formations, and providing recreational, cultural, and spiritual benefits.
For Malaysia, the impact of climate change and global warming is real and cannot be viewed lightly. Hence, these issues should be taken seriously by all parties to ensure that the human environment is not affected by them. The government, non-governmental organization, NGO, and the public should take initiative to enhance their awareness about the factors that lead to climate change. For instance, coastal zones are particularly vulnerable to climate variability and change. Key concerns include sea level rise, land loss, change in maritime storms and flooding, response to sea level rise, and implication for water resources. Sea level is rising around the world.
Now we move to the next point, which is greenhouse gas emissions. Greenhouse gas emissions from human activities intensify the greenhouse effect. This contributes to climate change. Carbon dioxide from burning fossil fuels such as coal, oil, and natural gas is one of the most important factors in causing climate change. The largest emitters are China, followed by the United States. The United States has higher emissions per capita. The main procedures fueling the emissions globally are large oil and gas companies. Emissions from human activities have increased atmospheric carbon dioxide by about 50% over pre-industrial levels. The growing levels of emissions have varied but have been consistent among all greenhouse gases. Emissions in the 2010 averaged 56 billion tons a year, higher than any decade before. Total cumulative emissions from 1870 to 2017 were 425 plus 20 from fossil fuels and industry and 180 plus 60 from land use change. Land use change, such as deforestation, caused by 31% of cumulative emissions over 1817 to 2017, coal to 32%, oil 25%, and gas 10%. So now we move to the next slide, which is impact of greenhouse gas emission. Furthermore, the impacts of greenhouse gases have far-ranging environmental and health effects. They cause climate change by trapping heat, and they also contribute to respiratory disease from smoke and air pollution. Extreme weather, food supply disruptions, and increased wildfires are other effects of climate change caused by greenhouse gases. The typically weather patterns we have grown to expect will change. Some species will disappear, others will migrate or grow. Now we move to the next point, which is economic growth. Economic growth can be defined as the increase or improvement in the inflation-adjusted market value of the goods and services produced by an economy in a financial year. Statisticians conventionally measure such growth as the percent rate of increase in the real and nominal gross domestic product. Growth is usually calculated in real terms, inflation-adjusted terms, to eliminate the distorting effect of inflation on the prices of goods produced. Measurement of economic growth use national income accounting. Since economic growth is measured as the annual percent change of gross domestic product, it has all the advantages and drawbacks of that measure. The economic growth rates of countries are commonly compared using the ratio of the GDP to population per capita income. The rate of economic growth refers to the geometric annual rate of growth in GDP between the first and the last year over a period of time. This growth rate represents the trend in the average level of GDP over the period and ignores any fluctuations in the GDP around these trends. Now we move to the impact of economic growth. Besides, the impact of economic growth is consumer income. An increase in economic growth causes unemployment to decrease and incomes to rise. This can be shown by the following formula: national output, national expenditure, national income. Therefore, if national output increases, so do incomes. One reason for that is that firms have less people to choose from when hiring new employees due to reduced unemployment. As a result of this, in order to attract certain people in the job market to work for them instead of other firms, they will have to pay them a higher wage. Furthermore, when taking a classical standpoint, if economic growth takes the economy to a short-term equilibrium past the full employment rate, in the long run workers will revise up their wage. Therefore, there will be an increase in consumer incomes.
Next is social development. The social development aspect of a green economy in Malaysia are interconnected with efforts to achieve sustainability, inclusivity, and improve well-being for the population. Here are several ways in which the green economy in Malaysia can contribute to social development. Firstly is job creation. The shift toward a green economy often involves the creation of new employment opportunity in sectors such as renewable energy, sustainable agriculture, ecotourism, and green technology. This can contribute to reducing unemployment rates and fostering economic stability. Last but not least is poverty alleviation. For an efficient impact of a green economy on poverty, relevant action should be taken in various sectors that are targeting the less endowed. In the context of food security, attention will be paid to the development of the agricultural sector, which plays an important role in economic growth and national income of the country. Promoting green economy activities around the sector would remarkably alleviate poverty and ensure food security and well-being in rural areas. Green agriculture or sustainable agriculture techniques is one of the green economy activities in this sector.
Malaysia is committed to becoming a regional leader in the green economy and has introduced far-reaching policies and plans to achieve the optimal outcome for both business and the environment. Companies both domestic and foreign are now able to benefit from the support available to base themselves in a dynamic nation that is the hearts of rapidly evolving and growing regions. Continuous efforts were undertaken to lay the foundations for a low-carbon, resource-efficient, resilient, and sustainable economy during the review periods. The adoption of the consumption and production concept at all levels and across various economic sectors has led to higher environmental and economic gains by reducing inefficiencies in the management of resources. Nevertheless, challenges remain in addressing natural resource degradations, climate change, and other environment-related issues. Involvement from stakeholders as well as mindsets and behavioral changes towards sustainable lifestyle. As such, intensified efforts are needed to further strengthen the governance of environmental management to support green growth, ensure the sustainability of natural resources, as well as enhance resilience against climate change and natural disaster.
That's all from us. Thank you.